Rail 8748 back at you with another update. It's been about 2 months since a solid update from me. I've been focusing, as you have probably seen on my channel, on the rock mold how-to videos for my channel, and a little video that I did of running trains. I finally got to run trains about a month ago, and 20 minutes, 10 minutes here and there a couple times a week just to keep my track clean and maintained. I finally got some real modeling time in the last 3 weeks. I've been slowly plugging away at the field side, so I'll show you how that turned out, guys, and I will tell you a little bit of my future plans on the layout and for my channel. So what I did for the field side, sorry about the shaky camera, guys, I looked at more pictures and videos of the area to make it as prototypical as possible. Obviously, I can't make it 100% prototypical because of my size restraints of the layout only being a 3x8 N scale foot layout. So I did take some of the more important elements of the area. So what I did first was I leveled out the yard with foam core board. It's a technique used by Geno Sharp for his roadways. It takes acrylic really well, and it kind of looks very realistic after painted. After painting it, you can actually even add cracks and fissures and dips and potholes into it as really well. That's why I did this method. I followed his method, and I want to give him a shout out. He has a great channel. He's a great modeler. He's between layouts right now. He just acquired decent sized shed for the backyard, and that's where he's rebuilding his layout. But he also has great weathering techniques. I will post a link to his channel. Great guy to follow in the community, so definitely check him out. He's just a good guy around, and his modeling is top notch. So the reason why I used his method, again, as I just said, very easy to make depressions, cracks, fissures, potholes in it, and the yard area field is pretty much compacted gravel and dirt with limited paving, which is mostly asphalt. So by peeling off the layer of paper on one side, as you can see, it gives it a very uneven terrain look, and you can add gouges and dips into the terrain, so it kind of gives you that worn, traveled, unpaved look. What I did to fill in the gaps and cracks, I used pink dry indicating spackle. So I used that to fill every seam in. I'm going to sand it when it's dry. It's going to take a few days to dry before I can do that. Also, what I did is I added a bluff to the back of this side of the layout. The area field right by the yard does have a little bluff where the crew bunkhouse is going to be, which I'm actually going to model here. So I am going to be modeling Bristol board paper mock-ups of all my buildings in the next few weeks, and I'll post updates on that. What I did here is I made my one road into field and the yard. There's two main entrances to field of a Trans-Canada highway. The main area, which is the tourist stop area, and basically the road crosses the Kicking Horse River, and it goes in kind of a U-shape to get into field, which is this area here, and then a road which is not going to be modeled on the other side of field goes for a good 5 to 6 kilometers, or about 4 miles, 3 miles to meet up with the Trans-Canada farther on. So that's what I modeled here. As for the other buildings of field, I am going to put my train depot the famous train depot here that still exists, the iconic black steel water tower in this area here, which still exists, and I am adding the radio slash cell phone aerial antenna that exists in field as well. I'm going to put it around somewhere here, maybe on the bluff here. I haven't decided yet, just to see how the space allows me to allows for that. And over here, I'm going to have the 2 engine bay maintenance facility. That doesn't exist in field today. There's no engine facilities here anymore, but I'm kind of paying homage to the roundhouse of the turn of the 1900s. I'm going to have a 2-bay engine facility. It's probably going to be here, these two front tracks, and the back track is going to be fueling track or just over loco areas. There's gonna have a couple of locals or MAU equipment parked in the back. I haven't decided yet on that yet. Again, it just depends how space allows for that. So if you might notice from my last website, I said my last update, I said I was going to focus on working on my backdrop next before I do anything else. I changed the order of that because, like I said, when I looked at the pictures of field and videos, I had to add a little bit more landforms and changes, which would make doing the backdrop a moot point because it would get dirty and I would have to touch it up and fix it. So at this point, I'm just leaving that till next. So once I do a little bit of the mock-ups and sand all this down, clean all this up, I am going to be working on the backdrop. I do have the paints and paintbrushes for it to work on it. So that is my next stage of the layout after the mock-ups is going to be the backdrop. As for my channel, I am in the planning stages of my next video series. So my next video series is going to focus on modeling on the cheap. It's going to be an ongoing series. Not everybody has large budgets for their model railroading for tons of locomotives, the best DCC systems, huge number of cars, or huge layouts. I'm practically working on a very limited budget, so I'm going to show you guys a few little secrets of how to work on your layout, saving yourself tons of money and thinking outside of the box when it comes to doing conventional, unconventional model railroading. So the series of videos are going to be called the Frugal Model Railroader, and I'm going to have the intro hopefully up in the next week or two, and is going to focus in segments such as planning, bench work, scenery, how to get the best deals on rolling stock and locomotive, and so on. It is most likely going to be an ongoing series, as I'm going to be doing these installments as my layout grows. So when I get to a particular technique that saves you money during my modeling, that's probably when that particular installment's going to happen. So thanks for watching, guys, and subscribing and commenting. If you haven't done already so, please do, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.